beside the lion. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the end.
Might as well start there. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. And yeah, the Prem Prediction Show is live again. Yes, I haven't done one of these for ages. It's actually very, very good to actually have it live as well. As you can obviously hear, I am slightly under the weather, but I'm going to try my very, very best to obviously get through this. Well, we have 12 games to predict. Yes, 12 games to predict tonight. Very, very interesting. We obviously have the games in hand for Manchester City and Liverpool as well. And it's going to be very, very intriguing to see the very, very least. But the fixtures are going across the bottom of your screen. And get involved. Get your predictions down in the comments section or the live chat. It is entirely up to you. But let us say hello to a few people, because I've seen a few people are as well. Hello, Nipun. I hope you're well, mate. He says, big up to you. Hello, Sebastian. Hope you're well. Big up, Chris Welsh. Hope you get better. Thank you very much. Yes, I hopefully I will as well. But it is the time of year. It is the time of year for obviously getting colds as well. Get well soon. Thank you very much, Nipun. Nathan is very, very good, mate. He is very, very good. He is just growing up too quickly. 4 months old, and he's a bit of a roller. Let's just say that. He is a bit of a roller as well. Dearie me. Hi, Sebastian, says Arpon. Hello, Arpon. Hope you're well. Good evening, Shane, as well. Big up Douglas as well. Don't worry, I've been unwell watching Carlisle for the whole of the season. I know the feeling. Yeah, I can understand that. As well. Good evening, Nate, as well. Hello, Nate. Hope you're well. Good evening, Luca, as well. Everyone on Twitter as well. Good evening. I hope everyone is doing very, very well on there as well. And Dan Milne is on. Hello, mate, as well. Right, let us kick things off with the game between Brentford and Liverpool. Yes, 12:30. Woohoo! My favourite time to play a Premier League game of football. Nah, I'm only joking. It's, yeah. The less said about 12:30 games, the better. Let's just say that. Brentford, very good victory against Wolves. I've got to say, very, very good victory. I think a lot of people maybe would have expected maybe Wolves to go and beat Brentford, especially the fact that Wolves did win, I think, 4-1 in the league. I think the last time over there as well. But Ivan Toney is really getting in amongst the goals again, which is really, really good to see for Brentford supporters. But interesting his pre-match press conference, though, wasn't it? He was obviously asked about Thomas Frank, and he gave a bit of a, I don't know if it was like a snidey remark or something like that, but I don't think all is well at Brentford with Ivan Toney. Look, we all know what Ivan Toney has had to deal with the last 8 months, being at being at Brentford and obviously being suspended as well. But I've got to say, he's put his head down. He's managed to keep, he's doing really, really well. He's doing really well. And I think as well, you've got to say, with the way that he's been playing for Brentford, it feels like he's never been away. It feels like he's never been away. It'll be interesting to see when Blamo and Vissa will be back this weekend, because they always have a good game against Liverpool. They always have a good game against Liverpool. But then again, Ivan Toney does as well. Liverpool, good win against Burnley, but I will say this now. I don't think we were very convincing. I thought Burnley were actually the better team for most of that first half. It was only until obviously Jota scored that we kind of came into the game a little bit. And I think if you look at the way that we've been playing recently, look. 3-1 against Burnley is a very good result, considering the players that we had out. There's obviously Sobozlai, Alisson, Gomez, even Salah was out there as well. So I like the fact that we seem to be doing very very well with the fringe players stepping up, and I think that's one thing I've been kind of saying all season is that the fringe players have really stepped up to the plate this season. Obviously, when Salah's been away, Jota's been stepping up. When Gakpo's been away, Nunes stepping up as well. So everyone who has been playing in this Liverpool side is really stepping up. Now we have not won at Brentford since 1982. Now, this would have been at the old Griffin Park for obviously Brentford. So Liverpool have a very poor record at Brentford, and this is the thing as well. We don't have a very good record. Now, I know the fact that we've drawn 3-3 at Brentford, and I know the fact that we've lost 3-1 as well. Now, 12:30. You never know what it's going to be. Man City went there a couple of weeks ago, 1-3-1, but Brentford did play well. It's a very tricky place to go to, the GTEC Community Stadium. And I know Brentford have had their struggles. I know that they have had their struggles, but it's still a very, very tough game. However, the big news is Mohamed Salah is back in training. It looks like he will be ready for the game against Brentford, which is going to be very, very crucial as well. How do I see it going? Well, that stat I've just said that we've not won at Brentford since 1982 doesn't give me confidence in thinking we can go there. But I'm going to go for a very narrow victory. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Liverpool. I think we can get the win. If we can get the win, then we can go, back to 5 points clear, ahead of Manchester City playing Chelsea, and see what happens. And obviously Burnley have got Arsenal as well. But let me know your predictions in the chat as well. If you are watching on Twitter as well, let me know your predictions as well. I do appreciate it as well. Right, let us see some of your predictions here. Good evening, John Conway. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Luke has gone 2-0 to the Reds. We never won at Brentford away since they've been promoted. It will be a tough game. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I think it'll be 2-1. I think it'll be a 2-1 one. Yanks the Cop. Hello, Steve. Hope you are well. Thank you very much for tuning in, my friend. I hope you are very, very well. Nipun says 4-0 Liverpool, Darwin hat trick. Well, I'd love to see Darwin get a hat trick, but do I think it's going to be possible? I'm not so sure. I am not so sure in the slightest. John Conway's gone for 3-1 to Liverpool. Chris Ross has gone Alisson, Gomez, Kanati, Van Dijk, Robertson, Endo, Jones, McAllister, Diaz, Jota, Nunes. Yeah, I think that'll be the team. I think that will probably be the team. Hopefully. Yanks of the Cup, that's the name I've not seen in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. Aye, Chris, hope you're well, lad. Dan has gone for the Desmond. He's gone for a 2-2 draw. Interesting. I'm all good. Hope you're well, Yanks of the Cop. Seems to have a few mental lapses defensively. Need to limit those against Brentford. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 12:30 kickoffs affects a lot of teams. Even City weren't convincing against Everton. Yeah, exactly. It does. 12:30 games can go either way. They can definitely go either way as well. Brentford 1, Liverpool 2, says Shane. So that seems to be the most popular scoreline at the moment. Brentford 1, Liverpool 2. Hello, Philip. I am. I'm okay. I'm okay. Rebecca is very, very good, and Nathan is a bundle of joy. He is doing absolutely fantastically. As well. Oh, and by the way, I do need to say something else about Liverpool, because if you haven't seen the news, Sven-Göran Eriksson is going to be in the management team for the Legends match. That was announced today. Yeah, look, fantastic gesture from the club. I think it's fantastic. I think it really is fantastic. We were all urging him last month we were all urging the club last month to sort of get him to come to be sort of in the management team, he's going to be a part of that. So the 23rd of March against Ajax Legends, that's going to be a very, very interesting game. And a bit of other news, apparently Ryan Babel is going to be playing for both sides. So that's going to be very, very interesting to say the very, very least. So yeah, Ryan Babel playing for both teams as well. So we shall see. Yes, yes, Steve, I do have dad strength now. Absolutely. Thanks for promoting that coaching role for Sven. I'm not going to take any credit from that. Look, I think it was just a thing that I just tweeted, and it just went completely viral. So yeah, I'm not taking any credit for it, but no, I do appreciate everyone's kind words for that, and yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there on that day. So really, really looking forward to that game. Right, the next game is Burnley against Arsenal. Now, interestingly enough, I know Burnley lost 3-1 to Liverpool at the weekend. You have to give them credit. They played well. They played very, very well in that game. I actually thought as well. David Datro Fofana, I thought, had a good game. And also, I thought Darryl Shea had a good game for Burnley as well. But the one thing I will say this as well, I have been disappointed in Burnley this season. I will be honest. I have been very disappointed in Burnley. I thought they would have been going from a side in the Championship to probably maybe not get like a top half finish, but sort of getting a mid-table finish. It just hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened. And I don't think Vincent Kompany has learned from his mistakes. I honestly don't. I said this last night on Rich's channel. And I don't think Burnley have been as good as many people would have thought as well. And I think as well, it's been very, very tricky for them to get results as well. Arsenal, look, 6-0 against West Ham. 6-0. Incredible. Because in that first 20, 30 minutes, there wasn't really anything between the sides. There wasn't anything between the sides whatsoever. And then Arsenal just were so clinical. I mean, so clinical. I mean, you look at what happened. Obviously, Saliba scored. Saka from the penalty spot. Then it was obviously Gabriel, Trossard, Saka again, and then probably the pick of the bunch, Declan Rice. What a finish that was. Curling away from Areola, and obviously it was a very, very good result for Arsenal. And look, I think you've got to say this as well. Arsenal have been very, very good. I said at the weekend, I said they cannot build on that Liverpool result by not beating West Ham. They beaten West Ham. Now they beat Liverpool. Now we need to see if they can go to Burnley. Look, Turf Moor is still a tough place to go to. Arsenal have struggled in the past at Turf Moor. They have, and I think this is one of those tests where, I think Liverpool have beaten Burnley there. I think United have beaten Burnley. I think City have beaten Burnley as well. So I am going to go for an Arsenal victory. I don't think it's going to be as comfortable as the West Ham result, but I am going to go for a 2-0 victory to the Gunners. I think it will be a comfortable evening for Arsenal, and I think that they will win. I think Burnley just need to get these two games out of the way. And then it's just a case of whether they can pick up points against the teams in and around them, like your Forests, like your Brentfords, like your Evertons, like your Crystal Palaces, who are in freefall, who are in absolute freefall. As well. Right, let's see what some of you are saying for Burnley Arsenal. Remember to smash the like on the video as well. I do appreciate it. Burnley 0, Arsenal 3, says Shane. John Conway has gone for 3-1 victory for the Gunners. Yes, Tom. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Matt is in. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Burnley 1, Arsenal 3. Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. Philip has gone for 3-0, Asna. I thought Burnley would be higher too, maybe 14th or 15th. Burnley nil, Arsenal 2, says Dan, so the same as me. Matt has gone 2-0 Liverpool. Oh, yeah, I think he's changed his mind. I think you've changed from 2-0 to 3-0. So yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. Oh, Nippun's gone for a 1-1 draw. Interesting to say at the very, very least. A nice giraffe picture. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very, very much. So the next one is Fulham against Aston Villa. Fulham, good win against Bournemouth. Good win against Bournemouth. I've got to say, I thought they played very, very well with the way that they took apart Bournemouth. Actually, it was a very, very good victory. Especially Munoz, I think it is, or Munier. I think that's how you say it. Obviously, getting the goals as well. You have to say Bournemouth's defending left a lot to be desired. You've got to say, but Fulham, very, very good result, and I think that kind of put away from a really, really bad run of form for Fulham. Big win. Big win for Marco Silva's side. Aston Villa, well, what can I say against Manchester United? I don't think they were great against Manchester United. Look, I think in the end, United probably just about deserved it. I know Aston Villa played well in that first half. Second half, United sort of came into the game a little bit, and obviously United did take the lead as well. But what you don't do if you're Douglas Luiz is you do a wee jig. Although I have to admit, I did like what he said about it being carnival time in Brazil. I thought that was very, very funny when he tweeted Rio Ferdinand. But Villa are up and down at the moment, and that was their second home defeat in about a year, I think, as well. Very tough one to call. Very, very tough one to call. As I've said, obviously, Aston Villa probably better at home than they are away. So I think. Let me just check, actually. I can't remember what I said for that one. Oh, yes. I know what I've said now. I think Aston Villa have had a few injuries. Obviously, Boubacar Kamara is now out for the rest of the season, which is a huge blow because he's been one of their very, very key players in that midfield. Fulham are good at home. Fulham are decent at home, but I think Villa will bounce back. I'm going to go for Villa to bounce back here. I think it was a 3-0 victory for Fulham last season. This would have been when, obviously, Steven Gerrard would be in charge. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa will just sneak this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. John Conway has gone Fulham 2, Aston Villa 2. Shane has gone 1-1. So's Matt's gone 1-1. Aston Villa will start to fall. Fulham are good at home. Fulham 3, Aston Villa 0. Wow. I didn't think that would be the result there, but yeah, that's an interesting one, Dan. That is a very interesting one, that one. I do apologise about that. Fulham 2, Aston Villa 3. Oof. That's an interesting one. That is a very, very interesting one, to say the very least. Hope Kamara makes a full recovery, says Nippon. Yeah, hopefully he does. Panoff, good evening, mate. Thank you for tuning in, mate. I do appreciate you tuning in. And Helen Raybold with a super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate anyone who really do appreciate that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Bill Berson, thank you very, very much. I do appreciate that. So, guys, if you do want to obviously contribute, you don't have to, but there is a wee dollar sign. You can do anything you like, but I honestly don't encourage you to. But thank you very much, Helen. That was very, very kind of you. So the next one, Newcastle United against Bournemouth. Newcastle United's injuries are piling up again. It looks like Callum Wilson might be ruled out for this one. They're already losing. They're already missing Isaac as well. But that was a big victory for them at Forest, I've got to say, because Forest did play well in that game. And yes, I know they were sort of pegged. They were pegged back twice, Newcastle, as well, and that could have affected them. That could have easily affected them. But very good result. And Bruno Guimaraes, obviously getting the 2 goals, which is really really good to see. Fabian Schär is on a bit of a goal streak at the moment. Is that 3 goals in 2 games? I know he got 2 against Aston Villa. He gets another one as well. So if you've got Fabian Schär in your fantasy football team, then I think you'll be doing very very well, or Kieran Trippier for that matter, as well. Bournemouth are a little bit like a scale, up down, up down. You know they are. It has to be said that they are very very up and down at this moment in time. However, I do think that Bournemouth are having a good season. I do think that they are playing very very well. And I think if you look at, going to Newcastle is not an easy ground to go to. This game did finish 2-0 to Bournemouth the last time. Solanke, I think, got a double that day as well. So it's a tricky game to call. Very, very tricky game to call. And I think that Newcastle will come out on top, even despite all the injuries as well. They are getting sort of players back, obviously, like Harvey Barnes is coming back, Livramento to come back as well, Joe Willock, Isaac as well. So I think once they get those kind of players back, I think we'll probably see them sort of start to slowly sort of climb the Premier League table as well. But I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle. I think Newcastle will clinch this result. But I don't think anything Bournemouth. I don't think they're going to be dragged into any relegation trouble whatsoever. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to the Geordies. Right, let me see what people are saying for this one. My pleasure. No problem. Just give me 2 ticks, lads. Give me 2 ticks. There we go. Sorry about that. John Conway's gone 3-1 Newcastle as well, the same as me. Chris Ross says Burnley 0, Arsenal 4, Fulham 0, Aston Villa 1. Newcastle United 1, Bournemouth 1. Interesting, Chris. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. Would not be too surprised if it's a draw, considering that Newcastle have had a lot of injuries recently. I would not be too surprised by that. Would not be too surprised by that. Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 2. No, I was working today. I've been working from home today, so no, I was working. I was working today. Matt's has gone 3-1 to Newcastle as well. That's why I said 1-1. Can't predict Bournemouth. Yeah, I know. I can't predict Bournemouth either, to be perfectly honest, as well. Newcastle 1, Bournemouth 1. 1-0 Newcastle. And Panos gone 2-1 Bournemouth. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Indeed. Right, the next one. Nottingham Forest against West Ham. Oops, it is. There we go. Let's talk about Anthony Elanga. He's been very good. He's been very, very good since he came into this Nottingham Forest side, hasn't he? He has been really, really good. I think as well, you've got to say that when Forest bought him for, was it 15 million? I think it was 15 million pounds. A lot of people sort of questioned that. They were like, is he a very good player? Is he sort of Premier League quality? But I think you've kind of seen this, that he's thriving in this Forest side. He really, really is. Hudson-Odoi as well. Very, very good good goal as well. But yeah, Forest, we obviously know about their impending points deduction potentially as well. But we'll see if that affects them. We'll see if that affects them. But I think they need to just keep winning. They just need to keep winning as well. West Ham. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. They hit the self-destruct button in the matter of, I think it was 10 minutes against Arsenal. They did. Yeah, they did. Embarrassing. Embarrassing losing at home 6-0 to Arsenal. Absolutely embarrassing. I've seen as well, apparently, David Moyes, don't believe everything you read in the papers, but apparently the Telegraph, I think, we're saying that he's ready to walk away. And is it Tim Steeden as well? Apparently they're saying that contract talks are on hold. So I think this could be David Moyes' last season. I really, really do. I think this could be David Moyes' last season as West Ham manager. And I think if it is, people need to thank him for what he's done to West Ham. People need to thank him for what he has done at West Ham. But I've got to say, I can't see West Ham winning here. I just don't think they're in the greatest of form at this moment in time. And again, they've got players to come back as well. But the way Forest played against Newcastle, play that like that against West Ham, you might get the result. And I'm going to go for them to go for a 2-0 home victory against West Ham. Because let's be honest, West Ham were an embarrassment against Arsenal. They certainly were. Let's see how many viewers saying. Let me see. 2-2 draw, says Helen. Ensman, hello mate. Hello, hope you're well. Bigger bro, hope you've been great. Your stream's not notifying me when you're live. Typical YouTube, isn't it? Typical YouTube. I keep saying to people, put those notifications bell on. Then you will never miss an upload. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. 1-1 says Philip. 3-1 West Ham, says Ensman. Forest 2, West Ham 0. I think Moyes will leave at the end of the season. I think he will leave at the end of the season as well. Panel's going for 2-0 West Ham. Matt's has gone 1-1. Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 3. Ooh, 5-goal thriller. Very, very interesting. Forest 2, West Ham 1. Steve LFC, the Sambian, hello mate. Forest 1, West Ham 2. I don't know what West Ham fans expect. I expect them to be in the top 10, challenging for top 7. I'm confused on what they expect. Moyes done a brilliant job. Yeah, he has. He has done a brilliant job as well. Forest 1, West Ham 3. West Ham due a win, I think. No self-promoting, Steve, please. Forest 1, West Ham United 3. They will take their anger out on Forest. I think they will as well. I think this game is a banana skin with the game. 1-0 Forest. Lots of managers be going by the end of the season. Yeah, I think so. I have it on. That's why I'm confused. I'm here now. It's all good. Hope you feel better. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very, very much indeed. Right. This is a tough one to call. Tottenham against Wolves. Tottenham did get a win against Brighton. They battled, and they got that win. Obviously, Son is back now, which is a massive, massive boost for Tottenham. And I have to say as well, they are grinding out results. Tottenham. They are grinding out the results. We haven't really seen them sort of have their usual sort of drop off yet, have we? I think that will probably come at some point. But look, I think Ange Postecoglou has done a fantastic job at the Tottenham since he's came in there. And yes, look, Son, Maddison, all them players are back and they are firing. I've got to say it's all. Wolves, again, just a bit like Bournemouth, up and down, aren't they? One week they are beating Chelsea by 4-2, and the next they lose to Brentford, which is quite a surprise, to say the very, very least. So, Tottenham are good at home. Wolves are as I said, they are up and down. So you can't really predict Wolves. You can't really predict Wolves, can you? This is going to be a shock result for me. I think Wolves are going to go away with a 2-1 win. I actually have a feeling Wolves might go away from Spurs and get a win. Because, as I said, you just don't know with Wolves. You just do not know with Wolves. And Wolves have got a good record against Tottenham. And the last game between the sides, I think it was a 2-1 Wolves or 3-1 Wolves. I can't remember what exactly it was. But yeah, I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 win to Wolves. I'm going to do that. Give me a 2 ticks. Going to have a wee sip of my. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves in that one. Let's see. Tottenham 2, Wolves 0. Desmond for Chris. He's going for a 2-2 draw. 3-2 Tottenham, says Ensman. Gary O'Neill, my manager of the season. He's been magnificent for Wolves, hasn't he? He really, really has. 2-1 Spurs, says Panoff. 2-1 Spurs. 2-0 Tottenham. Tottenham basically a full fit squad. Yeah, they do. 3-0 Tottenham. Everyone seems to be going against me for this one. 2-1 to Tottenham. No consistency. It's like they are picking the games to win like a roller coaster. Yes, Panoff, I am full of the cold, unfortunately. But I wanted to do this because I haven't done a live stream for a wee while, so I wanted to do that as well. Right, we move on to the 5:30 game, and it is Manchester City against Chelsea. Yeah, we all know what happened the last time these two played, don't we? 4-4 at Stamford Bridge. What I will say, I don't think it's going to be that anymore. I don't think it's going to be that. Look, we'll start with Chelsea. Good win against Palace. I'm still not convinced by Chelsea, though. I'm still not convinced. Every time I see them play, the first goal yesterday that Jefferson Lerma scored, look, it's an absolute beauty. But if you're a Chelsea fan, you will be screaming at Moises Caicedo. You will be absolutely screaming. What was he doing? Dilly-dallying on the ball. Matchweek, same thing. What was he doing? But Conor Gallagher getting a double, which was very, very interesting to see at Palace. And then obviously Enzo Fernandez getting the other goal as well. So, a good one for Chelsea. But they go to the champions. Now, City, I thought, against Everton, they had to wait their chances to, kill them off. Obviously, Holland did get the 2 goals in the end. But so you're playing Copenhagen tonight. Obviously, the Champions League is back. So I've got a feeling that this could be one of those where City might have a Champions League hangover from the game against Copenhagen. I don't think they will. Chelsea might be focusing on the Carabao Cup final next Sunday. They might be focusing on that too much. Or it could be the other way around. It could be the fact that City could be a bit complacent and maybe allow Chelsea into it. But if I'm being totally honest, I think this is going to be an absolute rout for Manchester City. I'm going to go 4-0 City. I just cannot see Chelsea living with Bernardo Silva, Doku, Grealish, Holland, Alvarez. I just cannot see them coping. So I'm going to go for a very high scoring 4-0 victory for City as well. Let me see what some of you are saying. I agree with Chris. I give him manager of the season, I think, outside of the top 4. Anyway, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Spurs are good. Son back, Star back. Tottenham 3, Wolves 0, says Nippon. 1-1 Chelsea City. 1-1. That would be doing us the world of good if that happened. That'd be absolutely amazing if that happened, Panoff. I can't see it, but you never know. You never know. Nippon's gone 7-1 City. 7-1. Bloody hell. Good evening, Hannah. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Manchester City 4, Chelsea 1. 2-2 at least, that's what I hope, says Philip. City will put Chelsea to the sword. Yeah, I think they will. Need a Chelsea win, so 2-2 for me. City 4, Chelsea 2. Man City should have got more against Everton at home. So this week, Man City 5, Chelsea 0. No problem. They turn up. City will be too good for them. Man City 3, Chelsea 0. I'm not convinced about Chelsea, but Palace defenders going to sleep. Palace should have won yesterday, but City laboured against Everton 7-0 mums before scouting. Yeah, that's right. Man City 3, Chelsea 1. Yeah, that could be an interesting game, that one. That could be a very, very interesting game, to say the very, very least. Right, let me take a sip of my water. We'll go on to a game which was actually an FA Cup tie last round. And it is Sheffield United against Brighton. Well done, Sheffield United. Well done. You've managed to get a win. You have managed to get a victory. Too little, too late, unfortunately. I still think they're down. I think out of the two, I'd probably expect Luton to probably stay up more than Sheffield United. But good result. It does get them over the Derby points threshold, which I think was the one thing that they were a bit worried about, to say the very, very least. But Cameron Archer's a very, very good player. Very, very good player for Sheffield United. This did finish 5-1 to Brighton in the FA Cup. Now, if you want to say this as well, Brighton's away form this season is very, very poor. But the way that they play against Tottenham, they were unlucky to lose. They were unlucky to lose. Obviously, Pascal Gross from the penalty spot. I mean, who else for Brighton on penalties is Pascal Gross? So that was good to see. But Roberto De Zerbi should be back. Hopefully, should be back for the game at the weekend. He was in Italy, I think. What did he have? Dental surgery. I think it was dental surgery that he had as well. So, look, Sheffield United, great win against Luton, but can they keep it up? It's whether or not they can keep that consistency. And Brighton won 5-1 in the FA Cup. I can't see anything other than a Brighton win. Going to go 2-0 to Brighton in that one. I'm going to go 2-0 to Brighton against Sheffield United. Chris Ross has gone 1-1 draw. Interesting. Shane's gone 2-2. Desmond. Interesting. Sheffield United 1, Brighton 2. I didn't think Sheffield would win, so it was a big surprise. It was a big surprise. 1-0 Brighton, says Panoff. And 4-1 Brighton, says Ensman TV. Very, very interesting. And Dan Milne has gone Sheffield United 0, Brighton 2. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And Matt has gone 2-1 to Brighton. Nippon thinks it's going to be a very boring game, and he has gone for goalless draw. Right, the next one. The next one is Luton Town against Manchester United. For all the credit Luton deserved, that was a surprise result. That was a very, very surprise result against. Against Sheffield United, but they have given big teams real problems this season, especially at Kenilworth Road. Liverpool, they drew 1-1. Arsenal, they lost 4-3, but that was a cracking game of football. City came away 2-1 win as well. So Manchester United need to be careful. Need to be very, very careful for against this Luton Town side. Look, I think if we're being honest, Luton Town, this is a game that they might get something in, they might not, but again, it won't you decide their season at all. I do think as well, though, Manchester United are picking up form And when you look at Manchester United as well, Scott McTominay, for all the critics that he gets, and look, I'll be honest, obviously as a Scotsman, seeing him scoring is very, very good for the national side. So he can keep on scoring for as much as he like. United did have a smash and grab. Like I think it's safe to say that they did start very, very well. Obviously, Rasmus Højlund getting the opening goal as well. They have got look. You cannot rely on Luke Shaw. You can't rely on Luke Shaw anymore. I think you've got to maybe move him on in the summer because again, injured again. But the one thing you don't play Victor Lindelof at left back. What on earth was he doing for the Aston Villa goal as well? So, yeah, tough one to call this one. I fancy Luton to get a goal. I do fancy Luton to get a goal. But I think that Manchester United could win this one pretty comfortably in the end. I'm going to go 3-1 to United in that one. I've just got a feeling that this could be one of those ones where it could be quite an interesting battle, but United come out on top. 3-1, I'm going to say, for that one. Just give me 2 ticks. So there we go. So yeah, let's see what some of you are saying for Luton Town against Manchester United. Let's have a look. Lazux, hello mate. It was 5-2, 2-2 at half time. What was that? That was for the. Oh, that was for the Brighton game, wasn't it? That was for the Sheffield United Brighton game. Everton 2 Palace. Now how Roy is still manager of Palace. Yeah. 3-2 Luton. That would be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious if that happened. 2-2 draw for the Manx. 3-2 Manchester United. I think Matoma will score with Gross also, so 2-0. Luton Town 1, Manchester United 3. Luton 1, Man United 1. Luton 0, Manchester United 2. Luton 0, Man United 1. Maguire's having a good return. He is. 1-1 draw to Luton. Just Hannah says 1-0 to Luton. I have faith. I would love to think that. I would love to think that would happen as well. Right, we've got 3 more games to predict. 3 more games to predict. And the next game is Everton against Crystal Palace. This is a huge game. Now, this is a huge game in terms of obviously Everton are in the bottom 3 at the moment. Palace are in free fall. 2 wins in 13 games. Really poor. Really poor from Crystal Palace. And I know there's comments saying that how is Roy still manager of Crystal Palace? I don't know. I really, really don't know. But if anyone didn't deserve to be on the Everton losing side at the weekend, it was Jared Branthwaite. I've got to say, Jared Branthwaite, every time I've seen Everton play, he always seems to stand out. He always seems to stand out. But here lies the problem with Everton. Decoy is their top scorer with 6 goals. Their striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin has 3 goals. I know strikers need to score goals, and we all know that. But Everton having a goal scorer striker that's got 3 goals all season, you can see their struggles. You can definitely see their struggles as well. But Crystal Palace, look, Lerma, very good goal last night. Very, very good goal last night. But after that, they ran out of steam. They ran out of steam against Chelsea. And this is the thing with Crystal Palace. It's going to be a very, very interesting time of it now, between now and the end of the season, because will Roy last the season? I don't think he will. I think he either walks or he decides to resign or decides to retire again. But as I said, this is a very interesting game because, as I said, Palace are in free fall. Everton are not in much better form at all. I'm going to go for a Desmond in this one. I'm going to go 2-2 draw between Everton and Crystal Palace. I think this will be a very, very close game, and I'm going to go for a Desmond for a 2-2 draw. Let's just see what some of you are saying. Nippon says 2-1 to Manchester United. Philip says 1-1. Answer is Palace don't have any ideas for the next manager. Steve Cooper. Watch this space. Steve Cooper. Everton or Palace 2. Excuse me. 2-1 Palace says Panoff. 2-1 Everton says Matt. 2-0 Everton says Shane. 1-0 Everton says Philip. Hi Nick Nat, hope you're well. 2-0 Everton. Oh, I love that. Charlie Brown. Is it Charlie Brown Snoopy? Everton better go down. Everton 2, Crystal Palace 0. 3-0 to the F, says Hannah. Running out of steam, reflecting the age of the manager. Everton 0, Crystal Palace 1. This game should not be picked for the Monday night game. Well, Alesi and Eze not fit, but Everton is winnable without them. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Hodgson wants to come back to Palace, but his days are numbered at Palace. I don't know where the goals are coming from. Eze, Alesi, 2-0 Palace. Can't believe Roy was appointed at the start of the season. I said it's a wrong decision. I think Cooper is Palace bound, said it for a year. Yeah, absolutely. In high knick-knack. Hope the Palace board were taking notes of your Cooper suggestion. I think it's been on the pipeline for a long time, really, Steve Cooper. I think he'd do a very good job. I think he would do a really, really good job as well. Now we've got 2 games midweek. Yes, believe it or not, we do have 2 games midweek. And one of them is Manchester City against Brentford. These two last played about 2 weeks ago, and it finished 3-1 to City. Phil Foden hat-trick, of course, as well. I think people would probably expect City to beat Copenhagen, probably beat Chelsea. This is the game where they could easily go back to the top of the table because obviously Liverpool do play Luton the following night as well. Look, all City have to do is literally wait for a slip up from Arsenal or Liverpool, and then they can easily go on a run. They can easily go on a run. I think they're now 14 games unbeaten. Are Manchester City. So, it's still a very, very interesting league to say the very, very least. Brentford, look, Liverpool, Man City back to back is not the best of times as well. But Brentford did do the double over Manchester City last season. They certainly did the double over City last season. I'm going to go for a similar scoreline from the game the other night there. I know that City did win, I think it was 3-1, but I think Brentford can make it hard for them. I think Brentford can make it hard for them. If they play like they did against City the last time, then they might get something. They might get something out of it. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 City. I don't think it's going to be a comfortable win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to City. Let us see what you are predicting. Man City 2, Brentford 1. Chris Welsh and I have got good brains for these outcomes. City 3, Brentford 2. Same again, probably another 3-1. City 2, Brentford 1. You need a lot of luck to do the double over City. You certainly do. Man City 3, Brentford 0. I think they'll win by 2 or 3 against Copenhagen. Yeah, I think they will. I think they will as well. Hoping Tony Masterclass. I have faith. 2-1 Brentford. Fingers crossed. Shane has gone for 2-0 to Manchester City. And the final game is Liverpool's last league game before the Carabao Cup final as they take on Luton Town. Now, this game was originally scheduled for the 24th of February, but it has been brought forward to the 21st of February. Yes. Now, what I will say is that I have been very impressed with the way that Luton Town have been playing recently. And I don't think this is going to be a very, very tricky game for us. So, yeah, Luton, I love what Rob Edwards has done at Luton. I love what Rob Edwards has done. But if Liverpool get a win against Brentford, we can go into this Luton Town game, maybe be able to rest a couple of players, because obviously, the Carabao Cup final is coming up. And we just have to focus on ourselves. Don't focus on anybody else. Just focus on ourselves. We'll see what happens and what will happen. Because I think after this game, the Luton game, we've got Southampton in the cup. We've got Forest away. That will not be easy. Like Forest and Brentford away are two grounds we don't have great records at. We don't have great records at. So that could be something else to look at down the line as well. And then obviously it's the big game against Manchester City, of course. So two big away games coming up for Liverpool as well. But Luton Town will make a good account of themselves. They will certainly make a good account of themselves as well. But I think Luton will grab a goal. But I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Liverpool. I think Liverpool should have way too much for Luton Town as well. Let me know what you think about this. I think it's a tough one for obviously Luton to have Manchester United, Liverpool back to back. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to go for 3-1 win. I do probably see Liverpool resting a couple of players ahead of that final, and I think we'll get the job done. As well. Right, let me see what some of you are saying. Liverpool 4, Luton 0, says Dan. Liverpool 4-1, says Nick Knack. You can go to Anfield and play well, but still come away with a hiding. Yeah, absolutely. Liverpool 3, Luton 0. Liverpool 3-1. 3-0 Liverpool. Salah's back training 5-0. I don't think it'll be 5. I don't think it'll be 5 with the way that Luton have been playing recently. Liverpool 3, Luton 1. Luton making real fist of it this season and trying to stay up. I still think they got a chance to stay up. Yeah, I think they do. The way that they play. Me and Douglas always have great minds. Yes, we do. We certainly do. Right, let us have a recap of my predictions as well. So they're going across the bottom of your screen. I've got Brentford 1, Liverpool 2, Burnley 0, Arsenal 2, Fulham 1, Aston Villa 2, Newcastle United 3, Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 0, Tottenham 1, Wolves 2. That is a bit of a shock, I've got to be honest. Man City 4, Chelsea 0, Sheffield United 0, Brighton 2. They will come. Luton Town 1, Manchester United 2. Everton 2, Crystal Palace 2. Manchester City 2, Brentford 1, and Liverpool 3, Luton Town 0. Oh, I thought it said 3-1. I'll change that. Obviously, I'll say 3-1. I'll say that for 3-1 as well. But there we go, guys. There we go. Those are the games to predict this weekend. And yeah, a lot of very, very interesting games as well. And obviously, hopefully, the next one that I do, I'll be hopefully a lot better by then. And yeah, hopefully everyone enjoys the Champions League tonight. RB Leipzig against Real Madrid and Copenhagen Manchester City should be two very, very interesting games there. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who got me to 2.7k. Has been a bit of a stop-start getting back into sort of YouTube, I've got to be honest, but obviously me being a father, it is very, very tricky for me to obviously get to do the content at times. But I do have to say a big thank you to everyone who's got me there. Also, check out some of the shorts that I've done as well. Obviously, check out my Champions League predictions. Check out the Europa League predictions there as well. And yeah, there will be more content. Brentford preview, probably unlikely. Probably very, very unlikely. I just need to see what I'll be doing as well. But let us see what some of you are saying. Big up Douglas, up you and your Mrs. Wee Baby are all doing well. I'm not Scottish, but I added the wee anyway. But oops daisy. Let me tell. Bonus points if you get anything against the top 3, unless you are the top 3. Yeah, absolutely. Away the lads. Hello, Predator Gaming. Hello, bro. Hope you're well. Sorry, Douglas, going to go for us to win 2-1. Look, our record against you guys, Steve, is very, very bad against Brentford. It really, really is. We have a terrible record against Brentford. Really, really do. I think I went 2-1 Liverpool, actually, as well. Great stream as always, mate. I'm getting prepared to watch Carlisle away at Burton on iFollow. Well, good luck to Carlisle. Big up Chris. Nice one, Douglas. Great to see you, mate. Get better soon. Thank you very much. Take all the time you need. More important things than YouTube. Well, certain people won't think that. Yeah, I wonder who that is. Hi, Stephen Matt. I'm available for the preview, mate. I'll let you know. Mate. I am pretty busy this week, to be honest. I am pretty busy this week, but I will let you guys know. But thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. I'm off to rest my voice. And I'll be watching the football this evening as well. And I know it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, but you don't need Valentine's Day to say how much you love your partner, your wife, or anything like that. Like, I think it's another excuse for wasting money, as far as I'm concerned. As well, Arpin's asked what the best game this weekend. City Chelsea, probably. Yeah, I would say City Chelsea as well. But guys, if you have obviously missed it, please do leave a like on the video. The algorithm does really help, and it gets the videos out to more and more people to watch these. As well, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As well, and obviously share out the content. As well, and if you have been watching on Twitter, I really hope you have been watching and enjoying as well. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Enjoy the football. I'm pretty sure you will, and I'll see you very, very soon. See you later. Night night.
Give me all you've got if you're prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lion.